Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2027 and a half BC, the album, Dad. 6:13 a.m. Shimmy, shimmy. I mean, it's not 6:13 a.m. at all. It is currently 5:06 p.m. The album, Dad. Shimmy, shimmy. 7:14 a.m. The album, I don't even know what that means. People are like, what does that mean? I don't know. 8:02 a.m. 9:46 p.m. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it means. The album, Dad. Shimmy, shimmy. I went to a party last Saturday night. I really do truly feel like Lita Ford up here. I do. Okay, Lita Ford. I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid. I got in a fight. Kiss me once. Come on, pretty baby. Kiss me deadly. Cherry bomb. Boost, little Lita Ford for you going into the weekend. How are y'all doing today? Oh my God. 9:16 a.m. What does that even mean? People ask me stuff all the time. They're like, what does stuff mean from your intro? I don't even know. Okay, I don't even remember. I mean, some of the stuff that I say in my intro, I started like, the peekaboo, I don't know where that came from. I just did that one day in a video and then it just kind of stuck, you know? But I have been saying some of the stuff in my videos literally for like 7 or 8 years now. I don't know why I keep on saying some 11:22 a.m. I don't know. Now I'm going to start just saying random times and stuff like that in videos. Anyway, if you go back in time in my old videos, I didn't even use these big fans. I had those little small fans you get at the wig shop. Oh my God, I love those so much. But anyway, but now I use all the big fans, the fancy fans. They call this clacking. I didn't even know that they called that clacking. I just learned that because we go to music festivals, my husband and I, and we were at this music festival called Ultra Music Festival in Miami. Oh my God, I love Miami so much. The one hotel in Miami, have you ever stayed there? Oh my God, it's so fantastic. I love it. It's like my favorite hotel in the entire world. And then we go out to eat dinner in Miami. I just love Miami. Miami is so much fun. It's just such a vibe, isn't it? I love Miami. But anyway, so we were at this music festival, and there were like all these rules they sent you. We've been going. I think this was our 10th year in a row that we've gone. Well, we missed a couple years, so this is our 10th year going. But anyway, next year is the 25th anniversary of Ultra Music Festival, so you're going to want to go. But anyway, so when we were there, it said no clacking, and I said something to, this guy had a fan, right? And I said something to him, I go, something about clacking. He goes, you can't clack. And I go, because I took the fan, and he goes, you can't clack. His friend, she was like, oh my God, I used to watch all your videos about Jeffree Star. Anyway, so she was like, she was like, this, anyway, I was showing this guy the fan thing and whatever, and because he didn't know how to do it, he was like, yeah, you know, all this kind of stuff. And so he's like, but you can't clack the fans. I'm like, what's fan clacking? I can't remember how the whole story happened, but anyway, there was some rule, and you can't, this is called clacking. You can't do that. But if you go to the gay bars in Miami, like if you get, well, I mean, anywhere they clack, but anyway, if you go to, what was the gay bar that's real famous on Ocean Drive in Miami? I want to call it Paradise. They moved it. It used to be at like 9th and Ocean. It's now at like, well, it used to be at like 13th and Ocean. It's now at like 9th and Ocean. What's that place called? The Palace Bar. And they have drag queens in there. They do a drag show and all this kind of stuff. Their drag queens, like, they come out like once every hour. It's like one drag queen an hour does a show. But anyway, but then everybody has these fans that are like, yes, we love you. And all that's fan clacking. I didn't even know that. I just do it in my videos. I mean, I didn't know it was called clacking. But anyway, Miami, what was I talking about? 7:14 a.m. Okay, so anyway, people are like going to try to figure out what that means. There's literally no, I know that there's people out there that are like, oh my God, they're like writing down the times. They're like, what does this time mean? 6:02 a.m. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. I don't even know why I'm saying it. I don't. 12:04 a.m. I have no idea. I have no idea why I'm saying this today, but I'm not going to stop because I keep on saying it. So anyway, let me tell you about my life, okay? Here's my life. So last night, so I have a movie club over on my Peter Does Stuff channel. It's called Peter's Movie Club. Why wouldn't you name it after yourself? If you're going to have a movie club, you might as well name it after yourself. That's why I also have Peter's Book Club. I have Peter's Book Club, a true crime book club, Peter's Movie Club, and then I just started on my Peter Watches TV channel today. Well, I didn't name it after myself, but it's called the Shark Movie Club, and we're watching all shark movies over there, one a week, okay? The good ones, the bad ones, the scary ones, the stupid ones like Sharks of the Corn. We're going to watch them all over there, okay? One a week. And I already announced the one for this week. It's the very first Shark Movie Club video I announced over there today. So go over to my Peter Watches TV channel where I cover all the TV series, the Big Brother, the Housewives, the true crime documentaries, the trending shows on Apple and Netflix. I watch them all. I cover them all and react to all of them. They're real funny. And I'm following the Sister Wives. So I'm almost done with season 7. So every season I do a recap of the previous season of Sister Wives and stuff like that. You know, this season is all dedicated to Sister Wives closet jewelry. So that's what this whole season's about. But anyway, last night, for Peter's Movie Club, I hadn't watched the movies yet. And the movies were When a Stranger Calls and When a Stranger Calls Back. It was a scary double feature for the middle of summer. And so my friend Nikki texted me and she was like, have you watched Big Brother yet? And I was like, no. And she's like, I'm starting it right now. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, I'm going to go watch Big Brother. So I watched Big Brother last night, and because it was the eviction, you know, last night. So you got to keep up with the show. If you're going to watch Big Brother, you got to keep up with it. This is not my favorite season of Big Brother. But anyway, oh my God, but she was so bitter when she got evicted last night, wasn't she? Bitter the house down boots. How did that ever start? Like 35 years ago. Now the kids say boots down. All the stuff that we said when I was 18, you know, and I had just come out of the closet, all the stuff that we said back then, they're now saying it now, and they think that they started it, you know. And like drag queens, like 30 years before we came out, and when I came out in 1990, I mean in 1960 they were saying that stuff, you know. It's not new. None of this shit is new. So anyway, 25 cents from customer for shit. I have to pay for shit. So anyway, after I got done with Big Brother, the worst season of Big Brother ever, I made some coffee and I lit all the candles, and then it started storming outside, and I was watching When a Stranger Calls. Now, I think it started storming during the second one, but I have to tell you, the first one I wasn't. That's the one where he goes, have you checked why haven't you checked the children yet? The thing puts the lotion in the basket. That's not from that movie. That's from Silence of the Lambs. But anyway, so it's with Carol Kane and the babysitter. But the second one, I thought, When a Stranger Calls Back, that came out like in the first one came out in 1977. The second one came out in 1993. I thought the second one was scarier than the first one. This guy was like in the wall. He was like all painted into the wall and stuff like that. But anyway, I got done with those and stuff like that last night. Why am I telling this? Oh, but then I was so scared because I was kind of looking out the kitchen window. I was like thinking somebody was trying to come and get me and going to ask me if I had checked the children. I'm like, we don't have any children. We have a dog. I mean, but he's upstairs sleeping with his dad right now. And I can tell you, my husband's not afraid of anything. So we don't have any children. Thank God. Okay. They're all back at school now, which means the pool's free. But it's nasty outside today, so you can't even go to the pool. It's like, this is, you know, and I just did a whole Peterisms video about not complaining about things anymore. And here I am complaining about not being able to use the pool. But anyway, I was so scared that I couldn't even go, you know, I couldn't even go upstairs. So I was like, I gotta watch something that's gonna, so then I watched Moonlighting. Do you guys remember Moonlighting with Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd? And no, true story, but I have to tell you this. So I was watching it and I love that. It's over on the Tubi. They have the whole series. But then look, I downloaded, no, true story. Oh, well, right here, the last song I the last song that I downloaded was Joyride by Kesha. And then, Billie Eilish, I downloaded a song of hers. But the last song that I downloaded before Kesha, or after Kesha, was the Moonlighting theme by Al Jarreau. No, true story. There it is right there. Da, na, 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 na. He actually, oh my God, if you ever watch it, Bruce Willis in the show Moonlighting, he is totally like me, okay? He like comes up with this whole idea he's telling her, and it's not the first episode, the pilot, because I've watched that show like a million times. It's the second episode, and the second episode is called something like Shootout at the OK Corral or something like that. But anyway, so if you've never watched, David is his name, David Addison, and Sybil Shepherd is, Maddie is her name, and she's a model. But anyway, they're detectives, and they start this detective agency called the Blue Moon Detective Agency because she had the shampoo. She was a model, and then she had the shampoo ad campaign. It was called Blue Moon Shampoo, and so that's why they call it the Blue Moon Detective Agency. But anyway, all of her money is stolen, and then she decides that she's gonna sell all of her businesses, and one of the businesses that she owns. Do you wish you ever were so rich that you owned businesses that you didn't even know that you owned? Can somebody explain to me what, okay, like, I said this the other day in my video, and then I, like, went back to Twitter, and it was, like, it's literally now, like, every 20 minutes. Does Elon Musk, like, does he not have business meetings and things to go to? Because he is on Twitter 24 hours a day. Literally, the man is obsessed with Twitter. Now, I know you bought it, okay? So it's your toy, and you can play with it however you want to, but you're, like, literally obsessed with it. I mean, it is, like, he is giving, like, stalker vibes on Twitter, okay? Elon Musk is giving, like, it's weird, all right? The Elon Musk on Twitter, it's like, and you know what? Here's the true story, right? Like, I am like so tired of, I mean, it's not even, listen, all he's over saying all this, it's constant, right? And I'm like, I just don't even want to see it come up in my feed anymore. I just like the Halloween countdown and the Christmas countdown. That's what I like. But I'm like afraid to block Elon Musk, because if you block Elon Musk, you get to lose your Twitter account because he owns it. I don't even give a fuck. I really don't. I do not give a fuck if I lose my Twitter account. Twitter is stupid. I am so tired of Twitter. I feel like Twitter is like it's like you open Instagram and it's like, you know? And it's like you open Facebook and it's like, And you open like Twitter and it's like, That's how I feel like these apps are, right? And it's like you open Goodreads and it's like, page turn, page turn. These apps drive me crazy. And TikTok is just like, roll, let me tell you some shit, let me tell you some shit, let me tell you some shit. That's what TikTok is, constantly, right? So anyway, the apps will get you. But anyway, so last night I was watching Moonlight. Oh, but this episode of Moonlighting, okay? He's in there and he's talking to her and he's like, I had this dream last night. He's like, then I woke up and I still remember the dream and I wanted to start the business. And he goes, this is totally how I talk, right? And this is what was making me think about this video today that I'm making. And he was like, I had this idea. Imagine this idea, Maddie. He goes, I had this idea. He goes, there's a bus station, see? And he goes, and in this bus station, there's this guy, right? And this guy, he's like working the ticket booth. And then you have this guy. You have this old actor playing this guy, right? And then you got this young girl. And this young girl, she's playing this role, see? And then she's like doing this. And you got all these people. And all these people are going to all of these exotic destinations. He goes, and then we're going to have this. And I'm like, this sounds like some TV show I used to watch, because he's talking about this TV show he's going to start called Bus Stop. And he's like, and then we'll have special guests. And on the special guests from the show, they'll all have like fall in love and have romantic things, but they'll be going to exotic destinations all from the bus stop. He goes, I think we'll have Sharo as our first guest. And I'm like, he's talking about Love Boat on a bus, okay? And I am living for this all day long. And then he starts singing the Love Boat theme, but he changes it to buses. And I'm like, oh my God, this is why I loved Moonlighting. Not because they were detectives. I always wanted to be a detective, but not because of that, because David Addison speaks just like I do. And so I was thinking about that today, okay, because that nice guy on the TikTok, okay, or as Toddy Westbrook calls it, the schmick-schmock. I don't know, why does she call it that? The other day she called it schmick-schmock TikTok. I was like, girl, you are losing it, okay, over there on the QVC. But anyway, so over there on the TikTok schmick-schmock, give the dog a bone, whatever that song is back in the day. Is that problematic? I don't know. But anyway, so I was thinking about that today, okay, about that David Addison story. While I was sitting here, I was filming videos. Now, I woke up today, I was so tired when I woke up today. Oh my God, because I stayed up too late watching Moonlighting last night, okay? I watched Big Brother, 2 movies, and Moonlighting. I was so tired when I woke up today. Well, my husband went out to dinner with out to lunch with his mom and his aunt. He just texted me that, he sent me a picture of it. You guys want to see the picture? He just sent me a picture of all of them. Here they are. They went to Annapolis. It's like one of their favorite places. So there's Alex, and there's his aunt, and there's his mom over there. And then I don't know who that person is sitting behind, but she looks like she has not had a good day. But anyway, so she looks like she has had it. She's like, girl, give me a glass of wine and make it cheap and make it come and bring it often, okay? So anyway, so I was sitting here thinking about that story with, you know, that whole situation with David Addison talking about the bus stop, but it was Love Boat, but it was really the bus stop yesterday, right? And then I was thinking about that TikTok that guy made for me, that really nice guy, Joe. He made me that TikTok. Well, he didn't make it for me. He made it about me. See, I did really kind of feel like it was for me, though, because nobody really, like, ever does nice things for me online. They don't. You know, they come for me and, and all that kind of stuff. But it was so nice. I was like, oh my God, you know, when you have received so much hate and negativity that somebody calling you having the most aggressive case of ADHD in the entire world, and your yap factor is off the charts, when you see that as a compliment, then the world is kind of twisted. But no, I did think it was really nice because it was really true, you know? I do think I have one of the most aggressive cases of ADHD. I do think that my yap charts are off the level, right? Or off the charts. And so I was like thinking about that last night because I love that TikTok, okay? I don't ever go to the TikTok. I have it saved in my phone. I keep on watching it, like, I don't know, like over and over and over again. I'm like, oh my God, I feel so seen. Do you ever watch something and you feel so seen? Like you watch a movie and you're like, oh my God, I feel so seen. It must be like how those kids back in the day with Tana Mojo be like, oh my God, me and all my friends are just like Tana Mojo and her friends. That's like how I feel, you know? When I'm watching like some show and they're talking about like, should we sell our house and go into a retirement home? I'm like, I feel so seen. Like, when you start thinking about like, I could actually kind of like live in a retirement home. You know, when you start thinking that, I remember when my aunt years ago, So my aunt Kathy, my cousin Caroline's sister, my cousin Caroline that we both share the grandma that went to prison, not one time, but 3 times. So anyway, so my Aunt Kathy, she passed away years ago. But before she passed away, she had fallen and she had to have like hip surgery and stuff like that. And so then she was in this retirement place. Well, part of it was retirement and part of it was like, what did they call it? Like medical assisted living. It was like this one hall. The rest of the place looked like this huge log cabin, like in the TV show Twin Peaks. Oh my God, I love that show Twin Peaks. Remember that about, what was her name? Laura. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, Twin Peaks. I love that show so much. Oh my God, you want to talk about the music. Julie Cruz did all the music with that. I can't ever pronounce that guy's Angelo Badalamanola, whatever, but he did the music with Julie Cruz and was all like, I love that show so much. Oh my God, Twin Peaks. People ask me all the time, they're like, have you ever watched Twin Peaks? I've watched every David Lynch production that's ever been put out there in the entire world. Okay, I love it all. Blue Velvet, I love it. What's it, Wild at Heart? I mean, I love that movie, Wild at Heart. That's probably one of my favorite movies in the entire world. When Laura Dern and Nicolas Cage are driving down the road, she lights that cigarette and he goes, that don't smell like a cool, and she goes, it ain't. It's one of the lessons of life. I'm like, yes, I have never lived so much, but I love that movie so much. But anyway, so my Aunt Kathy, she was in this assisted living program. See, people think I forget my stories, but I remember them. So anyway, my Aunt Kathy, she was in this assisted living program, but she was only there for a week, okay? And so, because she was getting her, like, doing physical therapy and stuff like that on her hip. And so, Alex and I, we went out there to go visit her, and I remember we, like, pulled up, and it was, like, out in the middle of nowhere, and it was this huge log cabin. It was gorgeous, right? And we walk in, and there's, like, all these, like, brown, huge, like, old leather couches that look like they're from Restoration Hardware, and these tables that look like they were made out of, like, you know, tree trunks and stuff like that. And they had a movie theater and a gift shop and a candy store, oh my God, and the restaurant and everything. I was like, I could fucking live here. No, like I could. And me and all my good Judies, we could go to the casino and bingo on that bus out front. I would live. That's when you know that you're getting older, and I feel seen, okay? Is when I'm like, okay, should I start thinking about moving into the retirement home? But I'm only 52. I know people like to age me up and say how old I am. That's ageist, by the way, I just want to say. So anyway, I was thinking about all that today. I was thinking about that TikTok, and I was thinking about David Addison and all this kind of stuff. And then I was rolling through my Instagram stories, and somebody or my Instagram DMs, and somebody, oh, by the way, I posted this picture. I don't know if it'll pull up or not, because I should probably, hold on a second, I should probably turn down the light, but I'm not going to because I don't really care. But I posted this picture of Jessica Lange. It's one of my favorite pictures of Jessica Lange in the entire world. It's this picture right here. You can kind of see it, can't you? She's behind a camera. And I cannot tell you how many DMs that I got where people were like, oh my God, your mom looks so pretty. Is that your mom? I wish. I wish my mom was Jessica Lange. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, my friend Craig and I back in the day, our dream was that we were going to, because she lived, you know, on a farm with Sam Shepard in Minnesota. And if you've ever seen the movie Cape Fear, then you know that, what's her face? Jessica Lange is, all the kids today, all they know her about is from American Horror Story, which she is fantastic in, okay? But if you ever seen her in her movies back in the day, like Crimes of the Heart, oh my God, she was so good in Crimes of the Heart. But those movies from back in the day, Blue Sky, oh my God, so good. But if you've seen her in those movies from back in the day, especially like, what's the movie that I just talked about that has, Juliette Lewis in it. She plays her daughter. What's that movie called? Cape Fear. If you've ever seen the movie Cape Fear, there's a scene when it's like 4th of July and she's sitting in the window and she's smoking a cigarette. Jessica Lange is the sexiest smoker on the face of the earth. So my friend and I, we said that we were going to go, because her and Sam Shepard lived on a farm in Minnesota, and we were going to go to Minnesota, and we were going to do well, first we were going to write this book, and the book was going to be called Slaws of America, and we were going to, no, true story, we were. And we were going to stop at all these diners on the way to Minnesota see, the whole intro would have been so great, because we would have talked about how we love Jessica Lange. We've watched all of her movies, and we've been a huge fan of hers for years and years and years. And our dream was to sit on her front porch and smoke a cigarette with her on her farm in Minnesota. That was our dream, okay? To smoke a cigarette with Jessica Lange on her farm in Minnesota. But on the way there, we were going to stop at all these like little small diners, and we were going to try their coleslaw, because I love coleslaw so much, don't you? How can you not like coleslaw? Macaroni salad too, potato salad. It depends. I reviewed this Tabitha Brown potato salad from Target. It was okay, but it wasn't really that good. So anyway, but the pasta salad, chef's kiss. So anyway, but I love coleslaw so much. So we were going to write this book called Slaws of America. We would have gotten so rich and famous. No, it would have been like the best, like, you know, what they call those glass tabletop books or whatever that, you know what I'm talking about. And have a big picture of like us behind like a bowl of slaw or something like that. It'd be so cute. And the whole intro would be about us wanting to meet Jessica Lange. I love Jessica Lange so much. But anyway, that was our dream. So I put this up here. Oh my God, Big Marva's teeth. I love him so much. But anyway, so I put this picture up here, okay, on my Instagram. And all these people, I also put this picture about Big Ange, and she says, I don't give a fuck. I love Big Ange so much. But all these people were so confused. They thought that was my mom. So I put the picture back up again. Where did I put it? Here, I put it back up here again. And I put, I take it as a great compliment that I get so many DMs asking me if this was my mom. Yes, actually it is. Meet mother, Jessica Lange. But anyway, so how did I get here? Oh my God, living in a retirement home, Jessica Lange. Oh, so I was like thinking about all this stuff today with the TikTok and this person talking about my yap factor being like off the charts and things like that. And people being like, he can never get into a video. His intros are always so long. And then all these people are like, oh, we love your intros. We don't even care that you're talking about Toddy Westbrook or Rob Beauty Christie or Jeffree Star. I haven't talked about Jeffree Star in forever, but whoever, you know, we don't really care who you're talking about, blah, 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 whatever. We just like the stories and all this kind of stuff. And in fact, because this guy did a TikTok about my review channel, okay, where I review food and stuff like that over there. And so he was like, the joke of it is that I don't get, like, the video's like 10 minutes long, but I don't even try the food until the 8-minute mark because I'm talking so much and telling stories, right, which is what I always do. And so I talked about it. I showed the video, the TikTok, in my review video after he did it. I thought it was really nice. I loved it that he made this TikTok. I wish he'd make a few more TikToks about me. In fact, I wish a lot of people would. Nice ones. Nice ones. Don't you like when people say nice things about you? So anyway, I do. I think it's so nice. And he and I talked in DMs and stuff, and he said his fiance, which his fiance's name is Brad, not Brian. I said it was Brad, so I owe Brad a huge apology. But anyway, but he and his fiance like watch my videos, and I thought that was so nice. Don't you think that's so nice? But anyway, what was I saying? I did kind of forget for a second. I was talking about the TikTok. Oh, so I was thinking about the TikTok, and then people on my review channel, they were like, don't ever lose your stories over here. That's what we come for. We don't come for the food reviews. We come for the stories. Nobody cares about the food. I mean, it's a food review channel. They don't give a shit about the food. Like, Big Ange, I don't give a fuck, and they don't give a fuck. They just come there for the stories. And so I was thinking about this today, and then I got this, like, DM, and this person was, like, responding to that TikTok, because I posted the TikTok, and they said, you literally could talk about anything. I bet somebody could say a word, and you could just come up with some story from your life about it. And I was like, that is such a genius idea for a video series over here. Whenever I don't feel like talking about some serious dark drama, if I don't feel like talking about it's so funny because I'll say in a video, I'm not going to talk about this topic. And then like that on that video, people be like, why are you not addressing this? Because I said at the 5-minute mark that I wasn't going to address it. I said that about that whole Mr. Beast situation. Go over there, watch the video where I announced it. I did like a 5-minute whole thing about, I'm not covering this, I don't know enough about it, okay? And I get DMs every single day. Why aren't you covering this stuff? Because I said I wasn't. I said it was negligent to cover something that I didn't know enough about. And I'm not going to go in there and act like I know a lot about it when I don't, okay? So that would be somebody doing it just for the views. I'm not going to do it. It's a very serious topic, okay? And I'm not going to get in a video and do that. So I was like, I want to do some fun video today. It's Friday. It's Friday night, just got paid. You remember that song? I know that song because, well, I knew that song before this, but when I got sober, this meeting doesn't exist anymore, so I'm not outing anybody. But when I got sober, on Friday nights, I used to go to this meeting. It was at 10 p.m. It was a candlelight meeting. Oh my God, everybody gets so dressed up for it and stuff like that. I loved it. It was called Just Got Paid. Because, you know, when you're like a drug addict and you just got paid, you go spend all your money on like booze and drugs on the weekend. So the meeting was called Just Got Paid, right? I also went to this meeting on Saturday night. I can't say the name of this meeting because it still exists. But the meeting was at this union hall, okay? And it was like 150 people came to this meeting every weekend. And oh my God, these women got so dressed up. They were not there for sobriety. They were there to meet a man. Okay, that was the true story. I think they were there to meet a husband. And I think the men were there to meet some Mrs. Right for the moment is what they were trying to find for the moment. So anyway, so I was thinking about this and I was like, oh my God, this would be such a great thing. It's like, I can keep this as like an ongoing series that like, you know, once every couple weeks I do a video like this. So I put up over on my Instagram, here it is right here, okay? You gotta follow my Instagram. My Instagram's where all the fun's happening these days. Give me one sentence and I'll tell you a story from my life. This is for a video. I literally put this up 34 minutes ago, okay? And I don't know if I have any comments yet or not. Do I? Oh my God, I have so many already. Oh my God, I have so many people. Oh my God, what is going on? 34 minutes ago. People think I lie about this shit. Look at that, 34 minutes ago. I've got, it was good, okay. Well, I kept on like pushing this one down. So I've got, so far in 34 minutes, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 in 34 minutes. That's not bad. That's like almost like one every minute and a half. Okay. So I'm going to just like read one of these sentences and then this is what I'm going to do a video because people like my rant videos. I have a rant video coming. Okay. I also have a video where I got to expose a lot of secrets. There's some things I need to talk about. Okay. So I got that video coming, but I wanted to do just a fun video today. So I thought I would kind of introduce this as kind of an idea. And if you guys like this, let me know and I'll put it, let me know in the comment section below and I'll keep this up. So let me read one of these, one of these somebody put divorced dads at the Chinese buffet, because I did this review years ago and I called it Divorced Dad's Night, because my dad, I don't really remember the video that much. Did I do a rant video about that? Maybe I did a rant video about it. I don't remember. I was at the Chinese buffet. I can remember which one I was at. It was at that Dragon House buffet in Fishers. I used to live over there, okay? And so they have like this buffet, and it was like, I don't know, like $8.99. This buffet was so good. This was before I think I was a vegetarian, but I don't remember if I did that after that one or when I was a vegetarian before. It doesn't really matter. But my dad, okay, so my dad would have me like every other weekend and Wednesday nights when they got divorced. And so, but it didn't really matter. So like if my mom wanted to go out with her girlfriends, my dad would like come pick me up. My parents were not people that fought over that, okay? Which I don't think any parents should fight over that shit. My parents did not fight over holidays. They did not fight over weekends. If my dad on a Tuesday night was like, can I come, he calls me Pete. He'd be like, can I come pick up Pete for dinner? My dad would come pick me up for dinner. My mom was like, yeah, go have fun, you know? So anyway, but my dad would always talk about how he would call Wednesday Divorced Dad's Night, okay? Because when I was growing up as a kid, he'd come pick me up on Wednesday. We'd go out to dinner. We'd do this, we'd do that, you know, and then he'd take me home. I feel like as the older I got, I would stay at his house on Wednesday nights, but I don't remember. But anyway, that's the Divorced Dad's Night thing. But it's true. Like if you go to a restaurant on a Wednesday night, it's all like divorced dads with their kids. Well, I feel like now the entire world is divorced. Is anybody even really married anymore? This is why people that constantly are coming for my marriage and being like, you can tell that Alex is ready to leave Peter in a second. Listen, my husband don't stay nowhere that he don't want to stay, okay? Trust me. Have you ever followed his Instagram on a girls' night out? They hop from bar to bar to bar. My husband don't stay one place too long that he don't want to be, okay? He's been here for 16 years. There must be something worth staying, okay? If we are going to get divorced, and I know what it is, it's a bunch of bitter betties out there that can't keep a relationship going to save their life. So what do? They have to criticize my relationship. I get it, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry you can't meet somebody that'll love you. Well, maybe you need to learn to love yourself first. I'm just saying, okay? But, you know. So anyway, but, yeah, when you go out to restaurants on Wednesday nights, listen, it is always divorced dads and their kids. It always is, you know? Why is that? But I love that so much. Somebody put, I cried because, when was the last time that I cried? Oh my God, I cry about 15 times a day. I don't even remember. I think I cried because I stubbed my toe. Don't you hate that? Oh my God. So I wear these sandals. Here, I got a pair right here. I got like 15 pairs of these sandals, these Birkenstock sandals. I love these Birkenstock sandals so much. I'm trying to wear these blue ones more. I think I even talked about this on my vlog. I'm trying to wear these blue ones more because I don't wear these blue ones as much as the other ones. I wear the gray ones that are over there, and I got these red, black ones. It doesn't matter, but I got about 100 pairs. I literally do have probably, I don't know, maybe 40 pairs of Birkenstocks, but these plastic ones, I probably have 20 pairs of all different colors. But what happens is, your foot slips out of them real easy. And so we have like from our inside of our house to like the front porch, we've got a step that goes down. I cannot tell you how many times I have fallen and twisted my ankle and fell down. I'm like, ah, and all this kind of stuff. My neighbor across the street, the one with the garden, and her husband's the griller, you know, I call him the gardener and the griller, and she's always talking to me, and I've done the garden, you know, tours and stuff like that. Every time I'll be like, we call her Mrs. because that's what Boo Radley calls her. Well, Boo Radley's a dog. He doesn't really talk. But if I had a voice for Boo Radley, I always call her Mrs. I was like, you want to go see Mrs.? So I always call her Mrs. And I'm like, Mrs. I go, I fell again. And she's like, it's those damn flip-flops. They're not flip-flops, okay? I'm like, I say that to her every time. She goes, it's those damn flip-flops. Now, Judy Smith, 3 houses down. She fell down. She's been on a walker for 6 months. Every single time. That's what she says to me every single time. Those damn flip-flops, those plastic flip-flops. That's why I only wear Hokas. Those Hokas are ugly and they feel like walking on glass. Walking on broken glass. Anyway, let's take one more of these. I mean, Stevie Nicks is a motherfucking legend. Do I even need to address that with a sentence? Oh my God, I lived so much. But I just have to tell you, and somebody put this the other day, they were like, why do older guys always wear the wrong t-shirts to concerts? They said something like that. I thought it was kind of a weird comment. But anyway, so my husband and we went to go see Stevie Nicks. I did a whole video about that over here. But can I just tell you, like, nobody got up and danced. It was like Alex and I, this couple in front of us, they were so wasted drunk. She just wanted to go home and do them. I was like, could you just go do them? Just take them to the bathroom and go do them and get it over with, okay? Just go in the bathroom and do them. Just get it over with, okay? Because she's like hanging on him. She didn't know a Stevie Nicks song to save her life. The only song she knew was Landslide, and that's because they played at every wedding and funeral, you know? And that was the only song that she knew. And I was like, girl, just go in the bathroom, okay? You're just like, it was all people like my age that had brought their kids, and all these people, the young kids got it, I'll tell you, okay? Like the high school kids that came with their moms that were like, you know, my age and their dads, they got it. They were dressed in all witchy poo, and they had shawls and all this kind of stuff. This chick in front of us, she and her man, her husband or whatever, they were like 30 or something like that. I don't know, but she had this little skimpy skirt on and stuff like that, and she kept on hiking it up, and he was like, ah, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on? Could you just go in the bathroom, the two of you, and just do it? Could you just do it? And then every time he'd get up and he'd go, I have to go to the bathroom, she'd go, get me another drink. And I was like, oh, please, no, okay, because there's going to be an encore and I want to hear it, all right? And then she's talking real loud. She's trying to talk over Stevie Nicks, and she's like, I'm so hungry. I cannot stand that. I mean, I haven't had a drink in 29 and a half years. Is this going to stop? Hold on just a second. Okay, I haven't had a drink in 29 and a half years, and there's some things that'll just drive you crazy. People want to know, why don't you go out a lot? This is why, okay? Because something happens between about, like, around 11:30 to 1, something happens, and the drink changes in people. You know what I mean? The drink changes in people. And what I mean is people start getting obnoxiously drunk, okay? A lot of people do. And so it's like I'll be sitting there, and I always get cornered by that one gal, and, you know, she's just gone through her 4th divorce, and she's real sad, and she ever going to meet a man? And she's always like, I don't know if I'm ever going to meet a man. Like, this is my 4th divorce, and each time I really thought I was going to be in love, and it just wasn't love, and I don't know if I'm ever going to meet a man. And oh, I'm going to go have another drink. Do you want another drink? No, I don't drink. I told you that 20 minutes ago. Oh, that's right. You're sober. You know what? I have this sister of mine. I think she might have a drinking problem. I'm thinking, somebody does, but I don't know if it's your sister. And she's like, my sister, I think she has a drinking problem because every night she makes these casseroles, and then she always has like a half a bottle of Chardonnay while she's drinking it. And I'm just kind of really worried about my sister because I think that she has a drinking problem. We're going to confront it on Christmas Day. That's a good time to confront it. We're going to confront it on Christmas Day after we open the Christmas presents. But, you know, we just didn't think that was a good time because we were at her house and she had cooked the entire Christmas dinner. And I love Christmas. It's only October and I love Halloween too. But I can't wait for Christmas. I hope that I have a boyfriend or maybe even a husband by Christmas, at least by New Year's, because you know that they say on New Year's you should go into the New Year kissing somebody because that means that you'll be loved. I think I'm going to go get another drink. Do you want another drink? No, I don't drink. I told you that 20 minutes ago. Oh, yeah, you don't drink. You know, I think my sister has a drinking problem. Do you know my sister? I don't know your sister. I think my sister has a drinking problem. Every night she makes these casseroles, and when she's making these casseroles, she drinks like a half a bottle of Chardonnay, and then she posts these pictures about it on the Facebook. We were going to confront it at Christmas, but we were going to do it after we opened the presents, but then we were at my sister's house, and she had cooked all the dinner, and we didn't think that would be very nice to confront her about Christmas. I love Christmas so much. I feel like Christmas comes so quickly anymore now, though. You know, it's Halloween. They've already put the stuff out for Christmas. I love Christmas, but this is going to be my first Christmas going through a divorce. And, you know, then New Year's happens, and New Year's kind of always just makes me sad, especially when I'm single at New Year's. And, you know, they say that you shouldn't go into New Year's unless you're kissing somebody, because then you'll be in love. And I want to be in love. I think we all want to be in love. I love love. Don't you love love? I want another drink. Do you want another drink? I don't drink. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think you told me that already. Oh, my God. Do you know my sister? I think you said you knew my sister, don't you? You know my sister Jessie? I don't know your sister Jessie. Oh, my sister. No, not my sister Jessie. My sister Jenny. My sister Jessie, she's a good Christian. And yeah, she's a good Christian. But my sister Jenny, she drinks a little bit. Did I tell you that already? You've told me this 3 times. I did. Baby, that's why I don't go out to clubs no more, okay? I just don't. That's why I go out to dinner and I Uber home afterwards and I'll let everybody else go out. I just don't, okay? Because I can tell you if I had gone out 3 months ago, I'd still be standing in the bar hearing about Jenny Jessie, okay? I just don't. It's just not even worth it to me, okay? And then I always feel bad and I sit there and I can't leave and I can't stop. And then they like want to exchange numbers. I got so many fools' numbers in my phone. And then they're like, can I call you tomorrow? And then I can tell you more about my sister Jenny. And then you can give me some help. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I always feel bad. And then it's like 3 days later and I haven't heard from her. And I'm like, I should text this girl. And then I like text her. I'm like, hey, like, I'm Peter, like your friends, you know, with my friend so-and-so. We were talking in the bar the other night, and you asked me, you know, like, if you could talk to me about your sister, and then I get some text back, question mark. And I'm like, you're the one that wasted 45 minutes of my fucking time in the bar. That's why I don't go out anymore. That's why I sit at home and I watch Sister Wives. I get that shit watching Sister Wives. Anyway, if you like this kind of video, okay, me just taking a sentence that you sent me, y'all sent me some good sentences. Let's see here. I think of them often. Oh my God, but I do. I do think of them so often. I really do. I mean, there are so many people in my past that I think about often. That is a really good sentence. Who did that sentence? Who said that sentence? I love that so much. Allison. Allison. Oh my God, I had this friend of mine named Allison back in the day. I wonder what happened of her. I do think of her quite often, though. She just got another job the other day. I saw it on the Facebook. She, like, changed jobs. I was like, good for her, girl. Because when I knew her back in the day, she was really struggling getting a job. She just couldn't get a job, you know, to save her life. I loved her, but she couldn't get a job. She couldn't really keep a job was the problem, you know? But I really did love her so much. I mean, she didn't have, like, any major problems or anything like that. She just couldn't keep a job. And then it was always their fault. It wasn't her fault. But then, you know, after somebody loses, like, 5 jobs, you kind of wonder, like, if it was their fault, if it was your fault or whatever, you know? Like, but I don't think she ever thought that. I don't think she ever thought that it was her fault and stuff like that. But speaking of thinking of them often, I was actually just thinking of her the other day because she posted that she got this job. It was like a great job, too. And I was like, oh, I'm so really happy for her. And she's like, you know, seems really happy and stuff like that. I miss her. She was a lot of fun. We used to always, like, I knew her, like, 30 years ago, you know? And we used to go out together and stuff like that. And then afterwards, we'd always go to this bar called the Peppy Grill. Well, that was what, I went there 2 different times in my life, but I went there with my friend that moved to Denver. I was talking about that, Always Peppy. But she and I also used to go to this diner, not Peppy Grill, that was in Fountain Square. I would go there with my friend that moved to Denver, and then I also went there with Allison and this other group of girls that I used to hang out with. But then there was this, oh my God, there was this one person that worked at, I'll never forget, her name was Nancy, and she worked at Always Peppy, and she was the one that, like, cooked, and she would, like, throw your hash browns, and they were smothered, not covered, which means cheese and gravy. I love that so much. Do you guys like that? Oh my God. Well, I don't do the gravy anymore because I'm a vegetarian, so I just get cheese on it. But I'm talking about, like, but anyway, so I used to go there with a group of girlfriends, and then years later, I went there with my friend that moved to Denver, but that's beside the point. But we used to go to this diner that was kind of like a Denny's, but it was called something like Denny's. It was called, like, Lenny's or something like that, but it was like a play, but it wasn't like a play on it because it came before, like, Denny's or something like that, but we used to go there. I miss her, though. I do think of people often. I really, really do. It's so funny because the other day I posted all these pictures on my Instagram. You can go look, and I was thinking of, like, where I was when I was, like, looking through these pictures. Like, let me just show you for a second. Like, I posted all these pictures, like this right here, this picture of me. This is, I don't even think I posted this picture, but this is, like, one of my favorite pictures of me in life, and this is my friend Melissa. Not my friend Melissa that's been in my videos, my other friend Melissa. She and her husband met the same summer that Alex and I did, and they were in our wedding, and he proposed to her at the Fountains of the Bellagio the day after we got married, and then we were in their wedding the following year. So they've been good friends of ours for a long time, but this was her bachelorette party, and this was at the Public Hotel in Chicago, Illinois, and we had so much fun. I will never forget that. That was such a good weekend. So I was looking through these pictures the other day, and I was thinking about, like, all these girls that were at that bachelorette party. In fact, I was thinking about this the other day, this picture. This is, like, one of my favorite pictures of life right here. Oh my God, I love her so much. She was such a good Judy of mine. Oh, I love her so much. Oh, but she moved to South Carolina. She used to always tell us, she's like, you need to come to South Carolina. It's so much fun and all that kind of stuff. I wonder what she's up to these days. Now, her I haven't really thought of a lot often because the people that we used to hang out with and be friends with her we're not really that close with anymore. But I do think of a lot of people often. But then I can get real sad about this. Allison, why did you ask me this question? Are you trying to make me sad? Like, I'm trying to live in the present moment. In 2024, I made these goals, and one of them was, like, I'm trying to live in the present moment. And so I don't know really why you, like, left this comment. Like, think of them often. And why are you doing that just to, like, make me upset? Because, like, now I'm thinking about all these people from my past. And to be honest with you, I really went to... I'm trying to keep this lighthearted, but, like, I really am going to a sad place. No, Allison, I'm totally joking with you, okay? I'm being sarcastic right now. This is funny. But no, I do think of people often. I feel like that's all I do. That's what my vlog is. Me just constantly talking about people often. I gotta get off of this. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. Save me! Save me! Okay, oh my God, the wildest night ever. No, we can't talk about that on here. What is one? And then the phone rang, is what somebody said. My phone never rings. I mean, seriously, my phone never rings. You guys, literally, I could show you what my phone looks like. Okay, it's like, here, let me just show you this right now. Spam, 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 spam. Alex, spam, spam, Tanya, 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 spam, spam, Tanya, 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 Nikki, Tanya, Nikki, spam, spam, Alex, Alex. I mean, you guys, nobody ever calls me, the phone never rings, and if it does, it's coming from inside the house. Anyway, if you guys like that, this was kind of fun today to do. I just like to talk into a camera. I think we all know that by now. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope that this brought you some kind of funny joy, haha, to start your weekend on. If you're going through something tough right now, then I hope, like somebody just said, this too shall pass, and the sun shall rise again, and whatever you're going through right now, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna be okay, you know? I was just talking about this in my Peter Rosen's video. Now, like, I try to, like, bring some seriousness into to it. So on a follow-up funny video, whatever you're going through right now, because I feel like somebody's watching this and they're going through something really tough. So whatever you're going through right now in your life, just remember the last tough thing that you went through and remind yourself, I made it through that. I can make it through this. I'm going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.